Hello everybody, welcome to another Anus production, and today I've got another lovely little replay for you. Today's competitors are going to be the red nod Claymore and an orange screen Emanoymen. Oh god. Emanoymen goes straight for a foundry, which is actually really bad because that's going to waste a lot of his resources already. I see this battle going very, very sour. So currently nothing is happening too much. Obviously we've got some economy going. It's being built by Claymore. His emissary is going somewhere. I don't even know. Oh, it's actually going backwards. Well, there we go. That's uniqueness for you. Got a few extractors built upon the Tiberium field, claimed by Emanoymen. His drone platform is being moved up a little bit, probably to harvest this Tiberium field as well. Claymore has deployed now a war factory, probably going for some harvesters as well, and for some tap bikes. And I think his emissary is there just to defend the tip spike. Well, A, to defend it, B, to capture it in the first place, and to provide some ground control for this tip spike. Tip field, shut up. Anyway, pretty much symmetrical right at this moment. Nothing much is happening. However, because of that war factory there, he's probably going to be sending out a few units early. I don't see any unit production structures at the moment. Claymore sends out a raider, harvester harassment, and scouting. Eamon manages to get a portal. I'll just call him Eamon for now, because that is his name in the hospital dance. So Eamon's just built a portal with some disintegrators, just to hold off a few of the units that are coming to go through this middle bit here for the city. And with the raider coming out, he's probably going to train some attack bikes as well, which will help in destroying the harvesters, which are going on here. Got some seekers being deployed from these warp sphere here, which is quite nice. Obviously, adequate defense against the attack bikes. Not much interesting is happening. For some reason, this tip spike is actually not being captured, which it should be, because it provides you with a nice little resource boost. But hopefully that may be captured in the future. I do hope it is, because that'll just put Eamon at a very, very disadvantageous position. So we've got Claymore. One of his refineries is powered down for some reason. I don't quite see the logic in that, but maybe it's because they want like 2 refineries, 2 harvesters on 1 refinery, so that one can gather up the resources and wait while the other one is there. So there's 1 harvester already that always has full load. Maybe it's because of that. Oh no, it's been powered up, so I don't know. We've got some extra economy going from to tip fields now. I keep calling them everything tip spikes. I don't know why. Some light tier scorpion tanks. Start tier 1. I assume we've got some disintegrators going over here. Nerfits. Oh god, we've got a raider here, probably being used as some more eyes for Claymore to make sure that Eamon doesn't actually capture this tip field. We've got some extra units, some attack bikes that are going to attack Eamon from behind here. That's going to be quite dangerous. We've got some more seekers being built. Hopefully, he can build enough to cut off the attack bikes, which are not going over there. They're going around. Well, that makes sense at least. A bit more of a force being built here. Some scorpion tanks. They're going to tackle the head-on. They're going to head-on attack the seekers over here. Hopefully, to take down some harvesters. Put Eamon back a few thousand credits, and that'll really help Claymore's cause, to be honest. Are there any operation centers around? Has he gained another? Yes, he is. So he's gained tier 2. So you'll be able to build flame tanks and everything. They're all going to over here now. So they're probably going to try and destroy the base. Oh, so okay. So they have a tech center here. Eamon has a tech center there. So that's going to be really, really dangerous. So we'll actually see how this goes. If Claymore manages to destroy it or not. Because if he does, then that's pretty much GG already. But we'll see. We've got the scorpion tank coming up. I don't see any effort being made by. Oh no, we've got some seekers and disintegrators being used by it to defend the base. Let's see how this goes. We've got the raiders already crowding around the attack center. Harvester harassment, obviously. Not really focusing on that. We've got to focus on the tier 3 structure here. Have these arrived? Yep, these have just arrived. The cavalry has just arrived. The tech center is taking a tremendous amount of damage. We've got a storm column being built up, probably being built up, another one being trained in portal. Scorpion tanks going down quite quickly now. Will they be enough to actually just defend the tech center? Will they? I don't really know. It's a really low health at the moment. Oh, it's almost dead. Oh my god, that was close. That would have actually died had Eamon not built an engineer to try and heal that. That was really lucky. A really close loss for Eamon there, but he just managed to save it right at the last minute. We've got Claymore's MCV being moved up to try and fox Eamon in a little bit, because obviously he's building quite a few units. It seems that he's a bit stretched at the moment. He's only got, well, he's now got 2 extractors, which will provide a bit of help, and he's got some stabilizers here, which will hopefully, actually, I think that he should build some devastators. Yes, they are a lot of money and slow to build, but if he can focus adequately on the front line here with all the vehicles, then he might be able to get some extra support in, which will help destroy the obelisk and other ground-based forces. That is pretty much what it consists of at the moment. We've got some an effort made by Eamon here to destroy the Tiberium harvesters, although it's not really doing any good, because another obelisk is being it's been deployed there. More avatars being deployed along this tip field here. And obviously this base tip field has been completely depleted. Expansion has been made to support the tech center, and a couple of seekers are going after the extra harvesters that Claymore has. That's going to spawn them a little bit as an annoyance. The main complex is going off in the middle here. We've got some extra disintegrators going for the MCV here. They're probably going to go down, to be honest, but we've got some self-tanks covering the air as well. I'm not sure if it's going to go down. No, probably not. We've got some big tripods there, tackling the avatars. We've got a little bit of a standoff here at the moment. We've got some adequately evenly based units at the moment. Stealth tanks coming in. Probably going to provide support fire. The Storm Raider's not really doing much. Now he sees the time to attack, but no, he's not attacking the Storm Raider. Crushing the other. Yep, he's taking the Storm Raider now. So that's. Claymore's managing his supporters really well, actually. He's putting some militant squads here to try and get some other scouting units. And obviously, we've got a phase, invulnerability power being used on the tripod here. That's going to be indefinitely useful for some scouting, and obviously it can crush most units, so that's definitely dangerous. Extra support Scorpions being deployed over here along this bit of the Tiberium field, crawling around the structure and obliterating the extractor, I suppose. Unfortunately, another Elfsmith has been deployed, so he's slowly creeping towards Eamon's base, which is going to be a bit problematic at the moment because he's not got much Tiberium left. Eamon has not really effectively managed his Tiberium. Claymore has a lot more, so I think Claymore will probably win this match, to be honest, because it's looking very likely. Very likely indeed. We've got a lot of pressure being built up the main base here, but I don't think Eamon will be able to counter that effectively. The tripods are trying to retreat as much as I can, but the avatars are just taking them down. Iron column goes up, but that is going to prove effective because of the obelisk here and obviously additional avatars. So I really don't think Eamon's going to be surviving much longer. We've got obviously extra, not really many efforts. All the forces are crowding up here now. We've got the attacks going from the fourth base. Oh, signal transmitter goes up. He managed to get a mothership, which is actually really interesting. So will he actually be able to manage to destroy all the units plus this little outpost here? I'm really interested to see how this goes. He forces fire on the ground. The mothership takes quite a bit of damage already. I think he might be able to fire. I think he might be able to actually, even with the Phantoms, these stealth tanks, it's not going to be enough to try and destroy that before it goes off. And there we go, there's a blast radius going. We've got some units destroyed. That transferred to the building, and yep, that does it. It's the MCV and the War Factory have been defected. That is actually a very, very good defense by Eamon there. That's very good. Unfortunately, all these avatars are going to prove problematic, and I assume at this point that he should actually be building a drone platform so that he could survive a little bit longer. To be honest, because these Storm Raiders will not do much. They will probably be destroyed quite quickly. And there goes the mothership. There goes the mothership. There's no way that's surviving now. Even with all the help from the Storm Raiders, there goes the mothership. There you go, that's just been destroyed. But he should be building a drone platform. He's going to lose his drone platform, I bet. I really do. Because I said he's lost his drone platform. But even so, he's probably going to lose it now. Because look at this. It can just... Claymore is just drawing back to his base now. And that's going to be absolutely eliminating all the air forces that Emon has, and eventually he's going to send all his ground forces to destroy what's over here. And as far as I can see, Emon's not really doing much. He's just deployed a portal and he's got a buzzer hive ready. Not sure why though, because most of his forces are anti-vehicular. Claymore's now making his move. I really think he should be building a drone platform, but there's no efforts being made to make a drone platform, which is very bad. He probably won't be surviving this now, definitely. Stasis chamber goes up, probably to make some... oh, he's already got one up. Okay. I was about to say to make some shock troopers, but he's already put some down. That goes down. Oh, Claymore just manages to put some mines down. That's really useful. That's just about done it for him. The Avatars come in. There's not much to be said about that. They're just going to decimate all these structures here. They're too big a force to Emon to deal with directly. Even with his weak fire pods, there's no way he's actually going to be able to destroy that, and some supporting stealth tanks, which are going to try and pick off the Storm Raiders. So yeah, they've got quite a bit of conflict going here. We've got some Venoms going down there, but obviously the stealth tanks are what's keeping the Storm Raiders at bay. The Avatars are wreaking havoc on the ground, on the structures and the ground forces here. Emon makes a desperate effort to try and destroy the stealth tanks, but he's not really doing well because of how many he's got and because of the not harassment, but at least the focus of the Avatars. He's going to be quite thinly spread because of the amount of units and the complexity of the attacking army. And yet, when this portal goes down, it leaves quite a bit of land over here. And there's not much can be done about that because he's just died pretty much. There's no force that is being built currently, and there's quite a nice gold mine here of husks. Although I don't think A would need to be captured at this point because Claymore is pushing nicely towards Emon, and Emon has got barely anything to build. And oh, let's just check the resources that Emon has. Oh, he has enough for a drone platform. Oh my god, he doesn't build a drone platform. Which would probably save him at this point if he'd built one, but it doesn't matter if he'd started building one because he would lose. The rest of the forces coming in now, it's pretty much GG now because there's no way he's going to be able to defend it with so many forces, and they've become upgraded quite a bit now already. Emon's not got enough to try and suppress them. Even with those few tiny little shock troopers, it's not going to be enough, and Emon goes down. Well, that was rather interesting, to be honest. Basically, I wish that Emon, towards the end of the match, built a drone platform. That would have been very, very effective, and that probably would have saved him. Because if he didn't build one, as we've just seen, he would have died. But if he built one earlier, that might have saved him, and he might have just clumped all the units together and then sent them to destroy the main force that had destroyed his the rest of his economy on that Tiberium field. But because he hasn't done that, that's what made him lose. Another table-turning factor I can determine from that was because Claymore sent all of his light Tier 1 units to Claymore's the very, very back of Emon's base. And that actually put quite a bit of pressure on him at that moment, which probably could have affected his ability later on. I can't quite say, but that was very lucky. That was a very lucky save for Emon for saving his tech center. So, GG for both of them. Really well played. I really enjoyed that. But if Emon had deployed another drone platform, he probably would have survived. But who knows? Who knows, indeed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this second casting by Ennis Productions. Obviously, any comments at all would be very appreciated, and I will see you all in the next video.